there's nothing like sitting in someone's garden and having a chat, some cake and some tea. We haven't been able to do that during the lockdown, but in Carbis Bay, they've found a way to do it.
Just totally by accident, my next door neighbour baked me a cake. I had some bananas that needed baking, and I knew she could do a really good banana cake. So I put them on her doorstep. The next day, a huge banana cake arrived on my doorstep. And from that, I cut it into about 7 slices and took it to various people I knew in the area who were on their own. Because I sort of helped run a lunch club, so I had a list of people. The next week, I got my sister involved, who's just a brilliant baker, and I probably couldn't have done this without her, Penny. She brought me a cake, Diane next door brought me a cake, and from then on, we started rolling. We now have about 10 baking teams in different areas in Carbis Bay, probably delivering to about 100 slices. So we know the people in the area, many are on their own, and that's their normal. We know people have been recently bereaved and finding it really difficult to be on their own. Some people have got health issues and they're on their own. And there are some families. We've supported people who are together as a family, helping each other. So, you know, we've been really happy to include anybody that we found that needed a bit of comfort and a bit of a weekly chat.
Well, we've got some people we're going to be visiting in a moment.
Yeah.
So we're going to be visiting some neighbours of yours across the road.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just tell us a little bit about them before we actually go and see them?
Yeah, surely. Barbara and Eric, lovely couple. Eric has COPD, so he has lung issues, so we've obviously had to be really careful in lockdown. So they're really delighted that cake comes over once a week.
The connection with Dinky's A1, it's been really lovely, and I mean originally I went to the carers group and it snowballed on from there, and I think she does a fantastic job.
Barbara's been my carer.
I've been his carer for a long time.
I've been poorly for a long time. She's growing up caring for me. Now we're both having to look after each other.
But I'm not a good baker, so it's wonderful to, and it's just the thought of it all, you know, that because we've been indoors, well, we've been at home since March. Really before it started, you know, when it all first came about.
And we know Dinky's over there, just by us, in case we need her.
And that's the real thing that's come out of this. I mean, you already know here in Carbis Bay, because of the good work that the carers group and the lunch club do, how much community matters. But actually, this has been a real test of that, and everybody's come through with flying colours here, haven't they?
They have, yeah. As I say, particularly Dinky.
But we've always known that you're going to see somebody, you know, even if it's with a nice slice of cake and a little chat, just at distance, but it's been fine. So you feel that things are going on relatively normally.
And if we sit in the front here, people stop and talk to us that we don't know, which is another thing that's happened with this. It's it's been really great. And
I'll chat to anybody.
Well, I hear that, Eric. Yeah. So people have got enough time now to listen to your stories.
Sometimes, yes, they will. And once I get them going, I do elaborate a bit sometimes.
But really, that sense of community is what we've all gained, I think. It's been so important, hasn't it?
I think it's improved, because I don't think there was much community beforehand. Not the same at all.
And both of us being St Ives, I've found a lot of people that are actually residents for a long time. I still feel they're strangers to me. But talking from the gate, people just introducing themselves, saying I live around the corner, makes a lot of difference. A lot of difference.
No, it's really lovely. It's been really great.
We have McCarthy and Stone retirement apartments in our community, San Lorenzo Court, and they locked their doors as soon as COVID started. They were really strict. The manager wouldn't let anyone come over the threshold. So we just felt they were really isolated in their little bubble. And I'd been working there because I'm a private carer, and I wasn't even going in there. But I phoned the manager up one day and I said, you know, would you like a cake coming in every week? She was really happy for us to do that. And we found a lovely Romanian baker, and she's been giving them real Romanian treats. So they've been real showstoppers that have gone in there. So every week they've had something really special. They've all loved it. They all look forward to Wednesdays now. That's their cake day.
Hi Kevin.
Hello there.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good. Got your cake delivery?
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
I've had a bad back ever since I hurt my back during my national service 60 odd years ago. And you know, you have constant ruptures to your spine, and eventually this pain is so bad. I overcame my fear of an operation on my back, and I had an operation done by Mr. Chan up in Exeter. The pain's gone completely. Unfortunately, my poor old spinal cord, where it is all the nerves, that control everything, you know, just about everything in your body, those a spinal cord. I've lost the ability to walk. My balance is gone. My muscles are shot to pieces. But there we are.
You're very pleased then to have this kind of cake round at your party.
Oh, it's not so much, honestly, it's a thought. I suppose after lockdown, one morning there was a little slip of paper in there on the mat. There is a small present outside, and I went, there was a small package, and inside, on the outside, there was a little note which says, this is the COVID-19 cake round or something like that. And there was a small piece of cake in there, and every week, either a Monday or Tuesday, I get something. Chocolate cake, fruit cake, angel cake, I don't know what not. And buns and scones, marvellous. It's the idea, it's so neighbourly. Surprise, surprise. It's a chocolate brownie.
There was lots of things about being able to help out in the community and with the hospitals and the driving, and with sort of not being at school full time, I just felt that it was nice to try and get involved. And I saw this email from Dinky and put my name down and ended up being a cake deliverer.
And do you know how many different sort of cakes have you been delivering over these 12 weeks?
Yes, I could tell you all of them. I think chocolate brownie, banana, buns, butterfly buns, a toffee cake, angel cake, it goes on. But I've not tried any of them yet, unfortunately.
But being a sports teacher, I suppose you want to keep in trim.
Well, you've got to fuel yourself, so maybe a bit of cake to keep me going would be a good idea. I haven't actually, Jackie is the person I pick them up from, so I pick them up from Jackie, and she gives me the tray of cakes and I go and deliver them, but still not had a sample.
Well, that's very good of you to keep them for those people. But actually, of course, the other thing about this is there's a slightly more serious side of it, in the sense of connecting people in Carbis Bay and you and your neighbours. Yeah,
it has. It's been really humbling, actually. It's been really lovely, because I didn't know the people that obviously I was delivering to, but you know, I've built up quite a nice little rapport, and you drop a piece of cake and actually you don't realise how impactful that can be. And there's 2 or 3 of them that are, you know, you think you're delivering the crown jewels. They are so pleased to see you, pleased to have a bit of cake to go with their cup of tea in the afternoon. It's been really, really fantastic, and just to do something as little as that has meant actually quite a lot, and to be able to, you know, show my kids and tell my kids and tell them what I'm doing has been really rewarding, actually.
And we actually don't want to stop. That's the main thing. We want to keep it going. So even though lockdown is easing and we may be losing a few of our bakers because they're going back to work, we really want to find a way of keeping it going. So we're putting the word out for more bakers to come and help us.